Hey.
Hello.
Welcome back to another episode of your favorite podcast, What's the Diff?
Hey, it's my favorite podcast too.
Yeah.
It's all of our favorite podcast.
Where we dive into topics that are really similar, but a little different. Things that you might not think about. Things that often get confused.
That's us diving in.
Things that maybe you wish you knew more about, but you just haven't looked into it.
Yeah.
Because you're a lazy piece of poop.
That's why we look into things. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, we did it for you.
Yep. Don't even worry about it.
After every episode, you'll be able to say,
Actually.
a little more.
I am Rental Movie Josh. With me today is Potassium Cully
What's up, buddy?
and Comedy Keenan.
There you go.
Broke him.
Yay.
That was good.
Today we'll be getting into improv versus stand-up, Netflix versus Blockbuster, and bananas versus plantains.
Spanangas.
At the end, we'll be playing Cully's Question Quandary.
Spanangas.
Bananas.
Spanangas.
That kind of comedy, whatever that is, just like saying things, but like sloppily. It's just like,
Spanangas.
I love it.
I remember for some reason you say that I was like sitting out. It was an ex-girlfriend and her roommate, and I was just sitting there, and we're watching a movie, and it was Mark Ruffalo showed up on TV, and I just like hadn't spoken for a while, and I just pointed at the TV and I was like, Mark Rangitz. And they died laughing, and I was like, all right, I'm done.
It's just funny.
That was the end of my comedy career. I'm like, I'm leaving the table hot. You have an opinion and or want to hear one of your topics debated, you can connect with us at whatsthediff.net. Leave us a voicemail or a text at 802-884-3553.
Bitch.
Or send a voice clip to us at hellowhatsthediff@gmail.com.
Ding.
I always love when you guys do the bitch and it's like, bitch. It's a really hard B in my head. And I'm like, oh, God. Okay. Keep going.
Also follow us on Patreon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, do that because we are cool, so you should do it.
Yeah.
Money, please.
Yeah, I was trying to think. I'm like, I don't want to say just pay us, but
Yeah, give us money.
give us the money.
I think we deserve it at this point.
Give me your toes.
So, I gotta ask, when it comes to Blockbuster versus Netflix, which experience do you prefer?
I mean, it was so long ago, but I remember going into Blockbuster. So I lived in Coopville when it was like 30 minutes, 20 minutes to Oak Harbor.
Okay.
And we'd
Shout
go
out
there to
Coopville.
rent movies at Blockbuster. We had like a local movie store, but it was like VHSs and they were old.
Mm.
We go to Blockbuster and they had DVDs though. And I remember we'd always just, it was so cool. It was like walking into a candy store. Oh. And then we had Blu-ray. We finally got Blu-ray. And I was like, oh my God, we got to get Blu-ray. And then, fun fact, Blu-ray is actually more quality than 4K is still.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better quality.
Blu-ray's legit.
Yeah, you can 1080p Blu-ray and just...
Yeah, it's super good quality and good sound.
I
Yeah,
love Blu-ray.
and then I discovered my favorite candy there too, Sour Jack's watermelon. Ooh, so good and tasty.
I was on Amazon. Thank you, Keenan. I was on Amazon the other day, just like dicking around, looking at stuff, and I saw Sour Jacks. I got to send you the link.
Well, I brought him in here that one time. Remember?
Yeah, I know.
Found him at a.
It's like you can buy like 64 pounds of them.
Oh, cool!
Something
I
like
do
that.
need that.
Yeah,
Thank
so-
you. An entire watermelon's worth of Sour Jack's watermelon. They're basically like
Watermelons aren't
Haribo watermelon, but
64
even better.
pounds. Yeah, they are better. Can confirm.
Yeah.
I will say, if we're talking about Blockbuster and Netflix, I enjoy the nostalgia of Blockbuster.
Mm.
I loved going to Blockbuster, walking in, and yeah, it was like kid in a candy store kind of thing. And you could walk through and see all the different movies, and like you'd go to the wall with like the new releases. And you're like, oh, this movie's out. Whoa, we can see this movie. Whoa. And it was always like a thing. You know, we'd get a movie, we'd bring it home, and then we would have a movie night, and we would all watch the movie. But now Netflix is it's like too convenient to where like there's no nostalgia. There's no like, I don't know. I feel like movie nights are different.
Mm.
Dude, everyone
It's
that
not a whole like thing that's going on. You're not like, okay, we went and got dinner, got some groceries, got home, decided we're gonna like got ice cream because we're gonna watch a movie, and then we have made popcorn and like sit down, everybody gets together. Hey, we're all watching this one movie that we decided, and you have that anticipation of like, oh man, I can't wait till after dinner that we're gonna watch this movie.
And it's not like, oh, everyone's already seen this one, because you can't. It's hard to see movies. So it's
Yeah.
like no one.
Yeah.
Everyone that's watched like a movie with me knows that I like to have that full experience. Like I pause it until everybody's sitting down. You
Yeah.
can play it. Like, no, I can't play it. We have to have the same experience and visualize the whole story and have fun.
Yeah, you sit down, you shut your goddamn mouth, and watch the movie.
Yeah, and it's like I'm not like the kind of guy that like pauses when someone talks, but it's like I don't know. It was like a once every like week to 2 week thing. And so
I pause it with some people. It just depends.
well, yeah. Like, excuse me. So that conversation, are you guys done? Great.
And stop recording.
But yeah, it used to be a huge thing, like popcorn, ice cream, and then like you sit down and watch the movie, and you have like your friends, and it's yeah. But also Netflix had like the boxes, like the red box style thing for a while.
They had the
Oh no, it was a mail.
mail-in.
Yeah,
thing.
my mom used to do that. That was
Yeah.
fun. That was really fun. I remember that.
It was weird.
Oh, Redbox was sick though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you just walk up to Redbox and you're like, "Give me a movie," and it's like, "All right, here you go."
Oh, Redbox was so sick. I would still do that if they had those.
Okay, well, we need to just bring movie nights back, boys.
Yeah. I love movie nights.
Let's do
I
movie
watch so
nights.
many movies. Everyone that watches a movie with me is like, they're like, "Have you seen this?" I'm like, "Yeah." I watch so many movies.
I'll watch movie. I will rewatch movies. One of my favorite movies is
Yeah.
Rush Hour, and I've seen it like 1,000 times since I was 5 years old. Yeah, my childhood was weird. It's a bad movie.
That's a good movie.
No, it's a wonderful movie. It's so goddamn funny. What about you, Josh? What's your opinion on it?
Yeah, I think it's with the Blockbuster, it's kind of its time, because I think the big thing for me is walking into the store and seeing what is new, because you'd see the commercials and stuff, but you didn't, like, sometimes you wouldn't be able to watch the movie when it was in theaters, and you're like, oh, it's out of theaters now, I can't see it. And then you just see it on the shelf there, you're like, oh, or like movies that you've never even heard of before, you're like, oh, this actually looks pretty good. Or my big thing was like getting a game. Like especially around like the Nintendo 64 era to like the PlayStation 2 era, just walking in and being like, "Oh, this looks like a sick game."
I can get this one.
And
Yeah,
then you
I would
get
just
it.
buy those games, and then if I didn't like them, I'd be like, I'd return them. But I get what you mean. Do you guys remember VHS?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we're all that age, right? When we were talking about this just now, I thought of like when you put the VHS in, it starts playing, and it has that like preview screen. It's like coming soon to own on VHS, and then it plays like a bunch of trailers. I miss trailers. I miss watching trailers before movies.
Trailers at home.
Yeah, trailers at home, because you're like, oh, I had no idea that this trailer was on here. This is cool. And
Fucking
then you
Apple
get a
TV does
movie.
that still. They still play
Oh yeah,
trailers.
they give you the option to skip it if you want, but
I always watch them because it's like cool.
I
Yeah,
like
there's-
trailers.
Yeah, Apple TV has trailers.
yeah, we have a friend that doesn't like trailers. She'll actually go to watch a movie and just get there right as like the movie's starting. Like, yeah, we can be like 15 minutes late. It's fine.
Yeah, I kind of do that too.
Who's this? Let's dox him and talk shit about him.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, no, but I like going there and watching the stuff, because then you can just like hang out, talk with your friends, get like into the mood of
Green
being able to watch. Yeah, you can play green screen. I love that.
Red screen?
So let's dive in. The gist. Netflix is a subscription-based streaming service that allows users to watch a wide variety of TV shows, movies, documentaries, and more on internet-connected devices. And Blockbuster is an American multimedia brand that was a video rental store chain.
I know. Rip.
Rest in peace. So let's go through the history of Blockbuster.
Fucking Nokia, Blockbuster. they're
Rest
all
in
dead.
blocks.
Rest in blocks.
Rest in Roblox. Blockbuster Video was founded in 1985 as a single home video rental shop and later became a public store chain. The crazy thing about this, it just blew my mind when I read this. It started with 8,000 VHS titles with a computer-based checkout system.
Jesus.
8,000 VHS tapes in one
85,
store.
Yeah.
Absolutely wild.
I can't even think of that many movies.
Maybe it wasn't titles.
Easy,
Maybe
I
it was-
can't even think of that
Mission
number.
Impossible 1. Mission Impossible 2.
Transformers
Fast
1.
and Furious 1.
By the 1990s, Blockbuster expands rapidly, becoming a dominant force in the video rental market with thousands of stores worldwide. So, I mean, a little bit before our time, since we weren't born at that time. But I kind of wonder, because you said that like Coopville, there was like local shops. So I wonder if there was local shops around, and Blockbuster was just the one that figured it out and how to,
Oh yeah,
to like expand
there was
or
already
something.
stuff going on.
In 1994, Viacom acquires Blockbuster for $8.4 billion.
In what 80? In what 94?
94.
Damn.
Hey, shout out 1994. It's when I was spawned.
Kian's doing some quick maths
We're
here.
doing some inflation math.
Siri uses ChatGPT now
Yeah.
Oh,
because it's like I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that's the same with like Samsung and stuff
17 billion today.
17 billion in today's dollars. So, I mean, I guess in today's dollars, not all that much for such like a thing that cornered the whole market.
17 bill for a movie, a rental
For one
place?
movie.
It's a damn good movie.
In the late 1990s, Blockbuster reaches its peak with over 9,000 stores and 65 million registered customers.
Oh, damn.
I mean, like in America, that's like what, like 1/5 or something?
America.
1/5 of Americans.
America.
Early 2000s, Blockbuster launches Blockbuster by mail to try and compete with Netflix. So that was the rise of Blockbuster. But now we're going to talk about the fall of Blockbuster.
Oh,
Their
it's
blocks
sad
got
enough.
busted.
So, in the 2000s, Blockbuster struggles to adapt to the changing entertainment landscape and the rise of streaming services. In 2004, Blockbuster is spun off from Viacom and is saddled with a $1 billion debt.
That's a couple pennies.
That's a few pennies.
Yeesh.
In 2010, Blockbuster files for bankruptcy. And in 2014, all corporate-owned Blockbuster stores close.
Sad.
But so they had the stragglers. So the ones that were more locally owned, they stayed in place. 2018, the last remaining Blockbuster store in the United States, located in Bend, Oregon, becomes the last Blockbuster in the world, and is still the last Blockbuster to be open today.
It's still open?
It is still open.
That's cool.
You can go to their website. You can buy the Blockbuster merch. You can go into their store, and I looked this up. They have 21,000 different titles to choose from.
So they're still open because they're the last one.
Damn.
So you
Technically.
probably get a lot more business because they're the last one.
Yeah, they did run a promotion, I think either before COVID or actually it might have been like right as COVID kind of was starting, where you could enter basically like this raffle or like pay for it, and you could actually stay in their store overnight. And they set up like this like little comfy nook that was like basically a 90s living room. And you could like watch a movie, grab some like candy from the store.
That's so cool.
Watch a couple of movies, and then you can sleep in the store, have a little sleepover.
You know, they stopped making VHS players too. The last one ever made was like 5 years ago, I think.
Which is still
Roughly.
nuts. Like 2020 VHS.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but now if you want a VHS player, like your best bet is to go to like a thrift shop and find those TV VHS combos.
Or go to eBay. eBay.
Oh, eBay.
Yeah.
I was like, which bay?
eBay.
So yeah, that's Blockbuster. They couldn't really figure it out. Now,
They had the dopest merch, though.
yeah,
It's so cool.
yeah, the little movie ticket or whatever
Yeah.
in the mountains. Oh,
Yeah. So sick.
Netflix. So the history of Netflix. Netflix was founded in 1997 by Reed Hastings and Mark Randolph as a DVD by mail service. And the reason why they came up with the idea is that Hastings was charged a late fee for returning his movie and hated it. He hated it so much that when they made Netflix, they made sure that they didn't have late fees.
Wow.
So it was made in 1997. There was the dot-com bubble in 2000, and Netflix was able to survive the dot-com bubble and became profitable in mid-2000. With the web-based catalog, people weren't limited to what their local store had. So that's what people really were liking, because there's been so many times I would go to Blockbuster to try and get something, and you just see where it would be, and it's like, sold out, or like rented out.
Yeah. I always hate that. Fuck. It's the only one I wanted to watch.
Yeah. So what Netflix did is they basically added you into a queue. So if there was a popular movie or something, you could get into the queue, and when people finally would return their movie, it would just, whoever's next in the queue would get that one. So there was almost like no downtime. And I think there was different plans and stuff, but I think even the cheapest plan allowed you to get like 2 movies or something. So even though you would have like one waiting for the queue, you could still be getting other movies. and shows and things through it. Let's see. Yep, they introduced the queue.
Wow.
They focused on maintaining their current library instead of ballooning in titles to draw people in, which helped save them through the next economic crash that happened in 2007, 2008. Which I think it's very different from when they finally made, like, they moved on to streaming. Like, once the streaming got really big, I feel like they tried to get, like, all the titles they could to try and get people in. And then nowadays, it's just all spread out through all the different streaming services, which is a little sad.
It's kind of annoying.
But, one thing that I read in there that was really interesting is that for Netflix to make a profit off of this whole system, they had to rent out a movie 15 to 20 times before, like, they would start making a profit off of that one CD.
Damn. I'm sure they did, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like a lot, obviously.
Yeah, well, look at them now. They're a fucking production company.
Oh, yeah. Netflix battled with Blockbuster CEO believing that the spontaneous nature of going to the store and renting was preferred by customers rather than waiting for a DVD in the mail. Like I said, Netflix removed late fees to DVDs, which was a huge plus to the customers. And Blockbuster actually tried to follow suit in Netflix's tracks. They made their online DVD service, and they also had no late fees for a bit.
I remember that, yeah.
But then it became not feasible. They actually were losing a bunch of money, hemorrhaging things, and so they actually reinstated the late fees. Yeah, that doesn't make people happy.
No.
Yeah, in 2007, that's when Netflix started the on-demand streaming service with Watch Now, which premium users were allowed to watch a total of 18 hours of content a month. And the only way for you to be able to watch content is if you had at least a 1 megabit per second download speed to watch, like, low quality, and 3 megabits per second high speed internet to watch DVD quality.
Huh.
Which, if you think about that today, like, that's nothing. We have I think we got upgraded recently to 1 gig.
Fuck.
So
That's
like
a little bit more.
1,000 more than the 1.
It's slightly more. That's 1,000 times DVD quality. Yes.
But it didn't take long. 2008, they were allowed unlimited streaming for that ultimate package. Which, yeah, back then, my brother, he got Netflix for us and was able to get us. We did the mail-in service first, and then eventually he did the streaming one. And oh my god, it was amazing. You're like, what? You can just watch a movie? And it was also really cool because he also had a projector too at the time. And so he would just project it like onto his wall, and we'd just be like hanging out on his bed, and all of us just, not all of us, but like my brother, my sister, and I would just be watching movies. My parents were just
Your
doing
whole
whatever.
extended family.
Grandma, get in here.
I'm coming.
Falls down the stairs.
God.
How? There's no stairs in this house. I'll find them. Don't worry. You guys remember on demand by
Sorry.
Comcast?
free movies
had that.
on demand? Yeah.
Never had Comcast.
Yeah, we had Comcast for a while. Actually, quite a long while.
Mm-hmm.
The entire time we had TV. Okay, but yeah, that was kind of our new Blockbuster thing. Was just like, oh, let's watch a movie on here because it was like $2, $3 for a movie.
Yeah, like I mean,
Oh yeah, like we had DirecTV for a little bit at my dad's, and it was a pay-per-view.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pay-per-view
Yeah.
sort of thing. Yeah, and you have it for like 48 hours, I think, or something like that.
I thought it was longer. I thought it was like 30 days or something, like
No.
ridiculous.
It was just
That's what it is now. You can still rent for 30 days.
yeah, or just
Once you start though, you have 48 hours.
yeah,
Which is so dumb.
yeah.
I kind of like it because then it's like we gotta watch this fucking movie.
Yeah, but I don't know. What if I'm like, oh, this was a great movie, and a friend's like, oh, I want to see it. It's like, okay, well, we have 3 hours left. Come over.
Well, or what if you buy it and get it, and then you have 48 hours, but on the way to watching the movie, grandma falls down the stairs that you don't have, and then you got to take her to the hospital,
Well,
and then
you
your whole
tell her to
extended
pay for your new
family's in
movie.
the hospital. You just like hang out.
Then you watch it, and you go to there and you just watch it because you're like, Grandma, we only have this much time to watch movies. You're like, throw it on the telly. Yeah.
I would be like, I'll catch up. I gotta watch this movie.
We started this. I'm not.
Bring her a DVD
It's
portable.
fine.
portable
Grandma's
player.
old. It's all right. It's whatever.
So you were talking about how Netflix is now this kind of production company.
Yes.
It actually started producing original content in 2011, with their first show being House of Cards in 2013.
Oh.
Yeah.
I did not know that was the voice.
That'd be a bad house.
Yeah.
Made of cards. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not very insulating. Not very strong against winds.
It's a lot of
And
cards.
if the wolf comes around.
All he's got to do is.
No, he has a really bad gambling addiction.
Oh, maybe.
And the
that's a good
house
idea
always
then.
wins.
Ha!
That's fucking
Ha ha.
clever.
Ha 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 ha.
I like that one.
Netflix.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I had this tweet. I had a tweet.
Yeah, twee. Half and half
Makes me
twee.
burp a lot.
It's half and half. Is it just half tea, half lemon, or is there like creamer in there?
It's no, it's not half and half. It's half and half.
Oh, it's not half and half. It's half hand.
It's an
half.
Arnold Palmer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Palm and Arnold. So-
You got it. That's what I was gonna say.
Netflix expanded into gaming in 2021 to 2022 for some
I
reason.
didn't notice that until just like last week.
Yeah, especially if you play like on your phone or something and it has like phone games. And I think one of them is like GTA San Andreas or something.
Yep.
Do you guys have what? What?
Yeah, you can play like GTA San Andreas on your phone through
What are
Netflix.
we talking? What? Do you guys have like movie apps on your phone, like streaming apps on your phone?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
I never use them, but I got them.
I use it all the time when I'm doing if I'm on the treadmill or biking, then I just set up my phone there and watch a show or something.
Yeah, because I never really thought about that, and then I was like watching a show at home, and I was like, oh, I gotta go do something. And I was like, if only there was a way to watch this while I'm doing that.
There is.
Oh, I didn't really. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck. I never
Oh.
like really thought about that.
And then
That there's
I've
those.
I've been flying a decent amount, and so with those apps, you can.
But I would used to download them for that, but then I just like forgot. I don't know. It's weird.
That's okay.
I didn't think about it.
It's okay, buddy. We'll get over
I probably
it.
don't need to watch shows that much anyway.
Yeah, it's kind of a dying breed. Well, not really. Actually, it's kind of consuming everything.
dying breed.
It's a dying
What are you
breed.
talking about?
Yeah, you should.
You can play San Andreas in the commercial break.
You should
Yeah.
listen to. Well, we don't have commercials either, so you
Yes,
can never
there are
play it.
now. They put them back in.
Yeah, fucking Amazon did.
No, they all did.
Netflix did, except for with the most premium. And also, they made it so that if you don't have the premium, some shows you can't watch.
Yep. Like, hey,
What?
we're gonna make all TV commercial free now, and now they're like, never mind, it's
Dude,
commercials.
They
yeah.
make so much goddamn money.
I know.
I know it's like every 4 or 5 months they keep bumping up the monthly, which it's like
Fuck you guys.
I want to get rid of the streaming services so bad.
Yeah,
I
that's
have
not
one at a
cool.
time. I'm like, oh, I'm watching this show, so I'll just buy this one.
And that's what people do. They'll buy it until like if the show's like all the way out, or if it's like a weekly show, they're like, okay, well I can. There's only like 8 episodes in a season, right? So you just pay for it for 2 months and then you get rid of it.
Yeah, exactly. Or I just wait until I can binge it in 3 days.
Yeah, that's kind of the move. Save you a month. This is a big one. On April 18th, 2023, Netflix announced it would end its DVD by mail service on September 29th. Users could keep their last received DVDs.
That just ended.
So it just ended
Oh, wow.
2 or like year and a half ago,
That
about.
was a while ago.
But I mean, it's wild to think like in 2023, people were still doing the mail by DVD, which I mean, it makes
We
sense.
did or my mom did in Hawaii because we had horrible internet.
Yeah, if you a place with horrible internet, if you're a little bit more rural, like rural.
That's a shitty word.
Yeah, I don't like it,
Rural.
and I have to use it a lot in my job. And then I don't know, I just sound drunk all the time.
Rural.
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 It's not our fault rednecks sound like rednecks. They just
Not
we're giving the bad
urban.
words.
Yeah.
We get
I live
worse
in
words.
rural Oklahoma. Rural.
So yeah, I mean that's basically the differences between Netflix and Blockbuster. Blockbuster just wasn't able. They just dug their heels in, which I get it, but it was also at a time where I feel like everyone was looking for more convenient things. Because
Yeah, they should
nowadays,
have gone with the flow because they could be a big streamer right now.
yeah, they'd be one of the big ones. They could be
Like
basically Peacock.
Like I could see Blockbuster little emblem on my TV. Be kind of cool. Too bad they didn't do that.
Did you, in your research, or say
In
this,
your
and I
research.
blacked out. In your research, did you come up, where did Blockbuster, the name, come from?
It's the name of like blockbusters. That's what
yeah.
they're called. Like when a big movie, like
Like a blockbuster.
a blockbuster movie,
hit.
like Mission Impossible is a blockbuster.
Why are they breaking the blocks, though?
because it's such a big sellout movie that it's like I don't know why it's literally called that, but
Well, that's what I'm asking. I'm making life difficult for you guys. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I do know it's like the blockbuster movie, blockbuster hit of the summer.
The term blockbuster, referring to a highly successful and popular film, originates from the military, specifically from large-scale bombs used in World War II that could destroy an entire city block. What?
Oh, excuse me?
The word blockbuster first appeared in the American press in the early 1940s to describe large, destructive bombs capable of wiping out a whole block of buildings. So the transition to entertainment,
cool.
The term gradually transitioned into the entertainment industry, where it was used to describe films that were both extremely successful and had a significant impact on the box office.
Yeah, but like one's an explosive. The other's a movie. How do you get there?
Oh my god! And of course, one of the first times that it was used was in Variety and Motion Picture Herald, described the RKO film Barmadeer as the blockbuster of all action thrill service shows. And then Time magazine started using blockbuster to describe surprising news from the Supreme Court, rulings to noteworthy football plays, and later used it to describe a film, not for its box office take, but for its content. The film adaptation of former Ambassador Joseph E. Davies' best-selling Mission to Moscow was audacious in the extreme, such that critics called it as explosive as a blockbuster.
That's a bit of a stretch, guys. That movie was like an explosive leveling a city block. Like, okay, dramatic much?
Very dramatic. Yeah, so that's about what I got on it, and yeah, so I hope you guys aren't cramping up or anything from all that content.
No.
I'm always cramped. Oh, segue, right. Hey, you know what's good for that? Bananas.
Bananas?
Bananas have potassium, and that's potassium. You eat it, and then it helps not you cramp. There's no more.
A monkey never cramp.
And no, they never cramp.
Two banana.
Monkey no cramp. Together. Banana. Squishy.
Oh my god.
All right, well, that's banana versus plantain.
All right, yeah. So what's the next segue?
Yep. So I'm curious, this is going to be a weird question. How do you prefer your bananas when you eat them?
God, I'm glad you asked. I've been meaning to tell somebody about this.
Okay.
Go ahead. Dead. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Blend them up. Throw stuff on them. Blend them up. Drink them. Kill them.
Are you asking, like,
Jesus Christ.
on a scale of green to brown, where we like to eat the banana?
I am asking
The medium?
not only that, yes, on the scale of green to brown, but
Yellow.
what is your favorite way to consume
Smoothie.
banana?
Oh. Sorry.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Okay, here's the best way to consume bananas, and this is coming from a lactose intolerant person. This is actually better than ice cream, I swear to God. So you're going to take your frozen bananas, you're going to take the peel off, because I used to freeze them with the peel on. It's hard to get off.
Oh, dude, yeah, I've
Don't
done
do
that once.
So
Don't fucking do
you
that.
Peel your bananas at a nice yellow when the brown's just starting to come in, because when it turns brown, there's too much sugar. When it's not brown enough, there's too many polysaccharides. It's carbohydrates. So anyway, perfectly yellow, little brown. Peel them, put them in a bag, freezer bag, gallon bag. You want like 4 or 5 bananas at least. Put them in there, break them in half too, because you can't fit them in the blender when they're full.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can if you try hard enough for you a big
Break 'em
blender,
in
but
half. When they're soft,
break 'em in half.
You can even chop them up, whatever. Anyway, totally hard, rock frozen. You're gonna take them, put them in a blender. You're gonna put like, I don't know, a lot of them in there, and then when you do that, you're gonna put some oat milk in there or something else that's good that you like. Some vanilla extract, a little teaspoon of that. You're gonna put some cinnamon. You're gonna
and we lost him.
Reboot him.
Ugh, you're the worst kind of autistic.
If you want a little bit of simple syrup, you don't have to. And then you're gonna blend that shit up. Because it's bananas, you know.
Oh, wait, can you wait? What was that? Run me through that again.
Hit it.
Oh, this is one of the ones
Oh,
that you
yeah.
like push from the top to.
It's just like when your blender just gets stuck. So pour a little bit more milk in there.
Yeah,
But you
so
want it to be
all
thick.
of the shit gets stuck to the top, and the
want-
blade's
Oh,
just like
you can do a little bit
nothing's
of
happening.
peanut butter powder too. That's good. Anyway, so
peanut butter powder.
Anyway, you pull it out once it's all completely blended up, and if you just did the right amount of milk, it shouldn't be too milky, so it's gonna be like ice cream. Really fucking, it's good. And then you're gonna throw a little bit of chocolate chips on top of that, a little bit of cinnamon on top of that.
Jesus Christ, that's a whole orchestra.
Oh
Oh my god.
it's so good. So that's dairy-free ice cream from that made in the house, and it has like 14 million% of your daily value of potassium. So
14 million%. That might be too much there, children.
roughly.
You guys know what Yo Nana's is?
Yo, Nana's house.
Yo Nana. Yo Nana.
Yo,
Good.
Nana, what's up?
Yo Nana.
Are you saying yo play?
Yo,
No,
Nana, why'd you
no.
fall down the steps?
Yo Nana. It's because I always see him too late. And then I fall and I hurt. Give me a banana. I'm cramping. The stairs hurt me.
Grab my yo play.
Have you heard of Yo Nanas?
No.
No.
No, Grandma, I haven't heard of Yo Nanas. So what Yo Nanas is, I don't know if they're still around. It's like a tiny little blender doohickey thing it looks like a juicer. Like there's a little tiny spout at the bottom, and then there's a tube on top, and it's a machine that like has blades, and you can't see into it. And you take a frozen banana, and you shove that fucker in there, and let it like get all creamy, and then you put some like a little bit of say frozen blueberries, frozen strawberries.
Okay.
Then you put more banana in, and then you do other fruit, and banana, and fruit and banana, and just go back and forth, and it like spits out like frozen yogurt, but it's just food, frozen food stuff.
Ooh, I would like that probably.
It's very good. It is very, very good.
Huh.
Yeah, Yo Nanas. I think the machine is loud as fuck, and
Because it's like,
oh yeah, yeah. And then if you put too much stuff in there, it'll go, and you can hear the motor like in the
smelling
background.
hot. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it smells like burnt plastic, and you're like, oh my god.
Delicious.
Turn the main breaker to the house off. We're gonna die. Yeah.
damn it, we only have 30 minutes left of the goddamn movie.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. No, I haven't heard of that. I'll probably
Okay.
knock out one because mine's better. But
I was gonna say I just have a blender, so
oh, if you're gonna do what I said, you need the blenders
Yeah.
that have the blades all up and down.
Stacked blades. The Ninja.
Ninja.
That's what we have.
yeah, it's got stacked.
Every once in a while, though, you still have those
Well,
smoothies
well.
or whatever, and the blades are just going. Wee!
If you're bougie, Vitamix. Get a
Not that bougie.
Vitamix.
Oh
Not
my
that-
god! Get out of here, fucking
I would
Vitamix.
love one. I've used one. They're so good.
A blender.
You guys ever seen the Will It Blend channel?
No.
I've seen back in the day when they were kind of first starting.
Will it blend?
Will
Will-
It Blend?
Will it
Oh,
blend?
the Will it blend. No.
Don't breathe this.
Will it blend? Nokia phone.
Yeah, and then there's just like toxic chemicals. He's like, yes, it blended, and then it's over. And every time I'm like, that's amazing. It fucking blended. Oh my god.
Yeah, I like my bananas just about brown, and then throw it in a smoothie. To answer
Okay.
your question way back in the day.
Okay. Yeah, way back in the day. Okay, so to answer or to ask your question, on the scale of green to brown, how do you like your bananas if you're just eating them?
Let's see. So 1 is going to be green, and 10 is going to be just all brown. I'm sitting at a 6.
Okay. Keenan, where you at? 1 green, 10 brown. Mush.
6.
You're at 6?
Yeah, I think 6 is pretty good. Like, you can get away with 7. And I usually buy my bananas around like 2 or 3. And then I wait until they start priming up.
That's when I like to eat my bananas.
Oh, okay.
Around
You
2 to 3.
you like it fibrous.
I like it fibrous. I like it. I like there to be not really a snap to it when you bite, but it's more dense.
Yeah.
It's not just like a mush. It's like it
Yeah.
like chunks off.
Yeah, it almost like it's like fighting back a little bit.
There's a little bit of resistance. I
Yeah.
like that. And I if it's not too sweet, I've never had a banana that's too sweet, but I kind of like the tanginess of an unripe banana. Like if you get a banana and you go to crack the little nub off the end and you're like, oh shit, this thing's hard. Like it's hard to do. That's my banana. I'm like, give me that. I will down that. I ate a banana.
That's my banana. It's not.
I want it though because I eat those. It's a level
Give me
two.
$100 right now. Give me the banana.
I ate one of those today. It was rock hard, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, that was a good banana."
It was rock hard, and then he was rock hard.
Where you peel it and it makes like a zipper sound.
Yeah, it's like
And then part of it's stuck to the. You're like, damn, that's pretty green.
yeah, right. Part of it's stuck to it, and you get like the little liney things on there, and you have to like pick the banana strings out, and you're like,
bite it, and the middle
gross.
has like a fucking like root.
Yeah. Oh wow, this is just a tree.
You guys ever been come on by a banana plant?
What?
No.
Bananas are latex fruit, so like.
Oh.
So yeah, I was. My mom had a farm in Hawaii with bananas, and I went out to cut some bananas one time, and you're supposed to cut it and then move it out of the way. And then one time I didn't. I kind of like got under an accident because I slipped. Cut the top part of it and like the big bundle,
Yeah.
bushel, ovary, whatever, and just like latex, like probably like a I don't know, a good amount. And latex obviously is extremely fucking sticky.
That's awesome.
So yeah. Yeah, it's literally fruit cum.
It's fruit cum.
Yeah. There's other fruit that has it too.
Oh yeah, cut off my bananas.
It's fruit cum.
So some horticulturists believe that bananas were the first fruit on Earth. Do you guys believe that?
I could see it.
No cap.
I
cap,
don't know.
no
cap, fur.
I don't know.
Well, what else would it be?
Pineapple.
Pineapple?
Ananas.
Oh, no. Go no.
Pineapple apple.
I think they might have meant to say ananas, not bananas.
It's a bananas. No, it's bananas or banangas. I like to say that. No, so their origin is.
Bakujis.
Interrupt me again. Do it. Fucking stab you. That was live.
Blocked.
Okay. Sorry. It's all nice and smiles here. The origin is placed, their origin, bananas, is placed in Southeast Asia in the jungles of Malaysia?
Malaysia?
I think that's try to go for Malaysia, but it's spelled wrong.
Maybe it's the
Malaysia?
Malaysia before it was Malaysia?
Probably.
The Malays?
It probably has like a.
Malaysia.
It's like when you say the.
like the Bahamas.
No, but there's like I can't think of a word for it, but like the Americas, the Malaysias.
That's exactly what I just said with the Bahamas.
Yeah, but there's a word for it that I couldn't think of because I'm not that smart.
Jesus Christ. So like the Bahamas? But no.
Yeah, but there's a word for it.
There's an actual word.
Yeah.
You're looking for onomatopoeia.
There's
okay?
a word. Okay, Malaysia, Indonesia, or the Philippines, where many varieties of wild bananas still grow today.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it is. Why would I lie about bananas?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I mean,
if
the
there's ever time to
banana-
do it, it'd be now.
I don't fucking lie about bananas. Do you guys know where the word a banana came from?
Christopher Columbus.
It's actually a pretty good guess.
No fucking way.
Banana.
Banana. Santa and Christopher Columbus. The answer is it comes from the Arab word for finger. So, no.
It does kind of look like a finger.
Well, yeah, it's a finger.
Looks like pee-pee.
Hey, dude, eat this. The hell is that? I don't know, a finger.
Finger.
All right.
It don't taste like finger.
It tastes like a banana.
Isn't it crazy that people like had to try fruit to see if it was like dangerous?
Yeah, literally, like everything we eat nowadays,
Someone died to find
somebody
out.
died to find out if it's poisonous or
People
not.
are still finding out.
Yeah, it's
That's
great.
true.
Like, there's so many on the subreddit for mushrooms and stuff. People are like, "Hey, is this poisonous? I ate it," and they're like, "Go to the ER."
I saw a picture of it on the internet, and I saw that it was you could eat it. No,
Oh, you're thinking of the other one,
that's like the angel.
Is that
of
a ring
death
on
or
it?
Whatever.
Well, yeah, but like,
or it's like when people are holding the little octopus. They're like, "Oh, it's so cute." And
Oh, the
it's-
blue ringed octopus.
Yeah.
You fucking idiots. That. All right, I'm not gonna get into that.
Don't hold one.
I'll save this memory, this thought for a hot takes because that's a hot take.
Downloaded.
Yep. So bananas
we
started
should kill all octopus.
All
No.
octopusy.
all of the pussy. Bananas started to be traded internationally by the end of the 14th century. The development of railroads and technological advances in refrigerated maritime transport subsequently enabled bananas to become the most traded fruit in the world.
Huh.
Yes.
I feel like they are very portable.
Yeah. I mean, you know. I remember watching, I think it was some on Animal Planet when I was younger. It was like about creepy creatures or something like that. It was like, 40 deadliest creatures or scariest creatures. Anyway, I remember an episode where they showed bananas. And I was like, fucking bananas aren't a thing that's scary. It's a banana. It's stupid. And then it showed this whole, like, this guy comes up, cuts off a bunch of bananas from a banana tree. He's like packing them onto a cart, packs them up, and then he just like, dramatic reenactment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking bananas have their own spiders.
The banana spider.
It's crazy. And I was like, dope. I'm never eating or touching a grouping of bananas ever.
Did you have to deal with banana spiders when you were taking out the bananas and dodging the cum? So you have to dodge cum and spiders?
I didn't, but there are. Yes.
Okay.
They're big, I guess.
Yeah.
I didn't want to look them up because
I was just talking about all the insects I don't miss in Hawaii.
Yeah, it's great to be in Washington.
Oh, yeah. Centipedes.
Centipedes.
Yeah, I had to run in with one of those fucking like foot long ones, dude.
And worst part is, didn't you say that they tell you not to kill them because they could just fucking, like, it's like, all right, pheromones, there's more.
Well, that's why you kill them.
That's what spiders do too.
Yeah, you
Oh my
kill them,
God,
you
banana
smash
spider.
them, you chop them into pieces, and you put them in bag, and then you like throw them out as fast as
It's a
possible.
whole process. Banana spiders are big. They're like as big as like.
Oh, let me see that.
Let me see. So bananas are grown. Bananas are grown in more than 150
Oh
countries.
yeah, those are not in Hawaii.
It's like as big
That's
as
a
your.
Brazilian wandering spider. Yeah.
And 105 million tons of fruit are produced each year. 105 million tons of banana. Let me see. I want to see this.
I'm bringing it back now.
What if you were just in Hagen and then you like grabbed a bundle of bananas and
That's not a Brazilian wandering spider.
it says Brazilian wandering spider,
also known as banana spider?
banana spider, also known as Brazilian.
That's an orb weaver. That's a golden orb weaver in the picture they're showing though.
But banana
That's not a bit. Okay. Well,
is the first one a banana. Okay, people, you're not able to see this because I put it on my phone. But
don't Google banana spiders because you'll get an golden orb weaver, and that's wrong. They don't do anything. Golden orb weavers are just huge and scary. There's one at Woodland Park Zoo.
only one.
No, those are different. They look different. The golden orb is darker and has black all over it.
That picture that you showed me, that Josh just showed me, was a golden orb weaver.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. That was not a Brazilian wandering spider. Brazilian wandering spiders
I'm gonna click on it.
are longer lengthwise. They look like a huntsman spider. And they have the underside of their belly is red. And they rear up and they're like, I'm fucking red and
I
poisonous.
see why you think that. They were a little different.
But they're an orb weaver.
They're different. Yeah, they are orb weavers, but so is a golden silk orb weaver and a banana spider. But they're different. Barely. There's like thousands and thousands of species.
So they just found.
Oh God!
Did I tell you about that?
Stop! We're talking about spider or bananas.
I know.
I don't want to talk about spiders anymore.
Yeah, they just Australia. Here's another reason to not ever go to Australia.
There's a spider for that.
They just found a new deadliest spider.
Oh yeah, it's now like the top of the top. And didn't they name it something ridiculous? As
Yeah,
always?
it's like something big boy. It's like the scientific name is big boy.
Big boy.
Yeah, but it's like the funnel web spider is most dangerous spider in the world. It's about 2 inches long. This one was like twice the size.
Yeah, big.
It's just there, and they're like, "Oh, that's fucked." Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Don't go to Australia. So, like I said, bananas are grown in more than 150 countries, and 105 million tons of fruit are produced each year.
That is so much.
That's a lot of bananas.
And to think like half of that is just in people's freezers waiting to be made into banana bread.
Exactly. Or thrown away.
Well, waiting to be made into banana bread is just another way to say you're going to die.
A banana bread.
Like we have so many people in Texas that are on banana bread row.
Banana bread. But fucking banana bread. Hell yeah.
banana bread at work on a Tuesday, man. Hell yeah.
I love that. So the dessert banana,
that's
like
good.
the Cavendish variety, that would be the normal banana that everybody knows and eats. They're of huge economic importance to many countries in the global south, and they account for about 43 million tons compared to the plantain that counts for 45 million tons. So
Shiguki.
the plantain is a banana. It's a banana.
Okay.
That's what it is. There's no difference. It is just a less sweet, starchier form of a banana. Like you could think of like banana's a fruit. You think of that, right? Like you eat a banana, you're like, this is a fucking fruit.
Yeah.
A plantain, think of it as a vegetable. Like it's with bananas, you can cook into foods and stuff and have them on like desserts and whatnot, and it's sweet and it's nice and it's yay. But a plantain, plantain would be like you work it into like a savory dish. Yeah, that's a plantain.
Okay.
I've never had a plantain.
I think I've had a plantain once, but they like cooked it in a certain way that made it sweeter. Like it had like a sweet glaze around it.
Yeah, I've had. Maybe I haven't had that. I've had something like that, and it kind of reminded me of like sweet potato.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. So locally, consumed bananas are a staple food in many tropical countries and play a major role in terms of food security.
They're like the potato.
Yeah,
Nice.
but it's a banana.
But it's banana.
So, how do you think bananas are grown?
From a tree.
Yeah, you would think that. However, the banana is a high herb which can grow up to 15 meters. It is not a tree. Stupid. There are over 1,000 different varieties of bananas growing around the world, subdivided into about 50 groups to make it easier.
So that's why there's so many spiders.
Yeah. Some are sweet, like the Cavendish, which is you go to the store, pick up a banana, that's a Cavendish.
Ooh.
That's the most common and most widely exported. It's currently under threat from a disease called sigatoka, which has reduced banana yields by 40% every year.
Jeez, that's not good.
Yeah. So they're important. Bananas are really fucking important. They're the most consumed, cheapest fruit in the world. They're the most traded fruit and the 5th most traded agricultural product. The global export value of the banana trade was estimated to be around US $8 billion in 2016, with a retail value between 20 and 25 billion. So, bananas are important. Livelihood, like potato. It's a huge fucking, like so much money goes to, southern South America and along the equator, like the African places.
Yeah.
I can't remember the names of the places. I just said them earlier. But anyway, it's like they're all along the equator. And for communities along the equator and people that grow bananas, it's like that is their way of life. Their life is bananas. Sorry. I
Eat, pray, banana.
Yeah. Banana exports account for a quarter of Ecuador's total non-petroleum exports. Yeah, and Ecuador alone accounts for about 30% of the world banana market supply.
Damn.
Yeah.
They're on it.
Yeah. It's very, very interesting. The banana industry, this is kind of cool, I thought. Banana industry generates about 2 million direct and indirect jobs in the country. So this is in Ecuador. It's like about 2 million jobs just from bananas. Because you got to cut them bananas, you got to ship them bananas, you got to package them bananas.
You gotta fight off the spider banana.
You got to, you fight the spider banana. It's estimated that up to 60 cents in every dollar circulating in the fragile island economy of Dominica was generated by banana production.
Jesus.
Yeah. Interesting. So bananas, though, when we first found them, were not like the bananas that we eat today. They had, like, you'd open it up and it was like mostly a big black seed. There was a couple big black seeds in there. So, like, you cut a banana now, you see there's like little black dots in there.
Yeah.
So, like, imagine the opposite way. So the pulp, the banana part, was very little and the seed was a lot.
Yeah, because they want to spread their seed.
Yeah, well, I mean, that is like the number one rule of life. Everything wants to reproduce, so it makes sense. But we're like, yeah, you can't really eat those seeds though. So I kind of want a banana that has less seeds, and so we bred that out of them. So all bananas are
We bred banana.
we bred banana. Our bananas and banana bread are bred bananas. Isn't that fun?
I like that.
So
That tickled me.
isn't that good? They're really good for, like I said, Ecuador and those countries that export them and grow them and all that. But there's also like a really dark side of the banana industry. There's been a lot of speculation that like the banana industry alone has been the result of a few, I think it's Ecuadorian, let's say like officials in government, like being assassinated because like the banana people have this guy killed because they have so much money, they have so much power,
Yeah.
and they have so much influence that they're just like, hey, banana guy, you can afford to have this guy killed, right? It's like, yeah. So
yeah, I got a tank.
bananas, you hold a banana like a gun. It's pretty on par for bananas.
Yeah. Do you have anything about like the Banana Republic?
Yes. So
I don't want to jump ahead or.
no. That's good. That was actually where I was going.
Oh.
So the Banana Republic. That's not the page I thought it was.
It's really funny. When he ever makes that noise, that's him scrolling with his tongue.
Very fast. So yeah, it was known as like an
Doesn't feel like it.
economic empire. Do you know what I'll leave this up to you guys. What's the scientific name for bananas? Do you know?
Oh, yeah. I used to know that.
Well, I'll go ahead.
It's plantain something.
Okay.
Wow.
Plantain.
I sounded very different. Bananas major.
No, but I want it to be so bad. The Bananaurus major. All right. Well, I can't find the thing that I had about Banana Republic.
So what's the scientific name?
Oh, there it is. It's Musa. M-U-S-A. Yeah.
Musa.
Musa what?
Musa. It's just Musa.
That's the entire scientific
That's a scientific name for banana.
No.
Yes, it is. Lick my banana, dude.
Lick my banana.
Well, it has to have a family and a species.
It's the Musa
Or
Musa.
a genus and a species.
It's the Musa.
Is it?
I don't know. Fucking look it up.
Well, you're the one talking about it.
Oh, that's right. Forgot about that. Yeah, I had a whole thing on the Banana Republic, but I lost it. Sorry about that.
Well,
That
Banana
is-
Republic. It's not just for underwear.
Yeah, it's kind of it's like a
Okay, Moose's the genus.
well, there you go. From what I understand, the Banana Republic was like an uprising in the 1920s, 1930s.
A lot of uprisings around there.
Yeah, it was like the shit was happening, you know, and it was the banana people. What I was saying about the big megalomaniac banana people had influential power and had a bunch of people killed.
Yeah.
So it was like massacres, and then we're like, hey, let's make a clothing store called Banana Republic. And like, this represents a lot of people dying, but their jeans are cute.
Like, oh my God.
So that's fucking insane that we're just like, oh, Banana Republic, that sounds cool.
Let's use that as a store name. This tragedy.
It's like, where do you get your shoes, dude? A new store called The Holocaust.
Holocauster?
The Holocaust. Holocauster. That is fucking... I gotta write that down. That's so good. The Holocauster. So yeah, plantains are just like a vegetable. But they're a banana. They're a banana vegetable. Vegetable banana.
Vegetable banana.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's fun.
I didn't want to have too much because I got more shit for later. So
Yeah. Well, yeah. Holocauster, that's really good. Like, you could put that into like a bit or something.
well, yeah. I mean, that's what we did. We just kind of improved the Holocauster thing.
Yeah. But I
Just opened
mean,
up a bit.
it came off the dome, but you could also write it down and probably say it and stand in front of people.
Well, I'm gonna write it down now. Have it be a stand-up kind of comedy special.
Yeah.
I just walk out on stage. Okay. Holocauster. Thank you. I'll be here all week. That's it.
I live here.
Oh my god.
Wow, funny. It's funny.
How'd you like that transition there,
It's
bud?
good. We're talking about that. So it's funny they did that.
What are we talking about?
Improv versus stand-up comedy.
Oh, okay. What's the difference?
What do you guys know about improv?
Improvised comedy is when it just kind of happens. You improvise the situations. Usually, you ask the crowd what's going on, like a subject.
What's happening?
what is going on?
Oh, what do I do?
Do you guys know what's going on? Help me. I fell down some stairs and showed up here. But yeah, sometimes they can use props and things. They have different games. But yeah, it's all off the dome.
You know, even when we just crack jokes in
Yeah.
this podcast, it's improv.
It's improv.
A lot of scenes in movies are improv that you don't even know are. A lot of actors are, in comedies are big actors because a lot of the things they do are just improv. It's not written out.
Donald Glover on Community.
Yeah,
Donald Glover, a lot like Bill Murray, basically every movie
Zach
he's ever in.
Galifianakis is big on improv. They're kind of like given like a script-ish, but
Yeah.
like a lot of those comedy actors are big in that genre because they are fucking funny, like naturally funny, and they bring that to the movie. Because they're not, a lot of those jokes are not written down. Pretty good.
It's good.
Yeah. So improv, it's basically, it's group usually done too with a group because you need other people to make it work. Unscripted, spontaneous. Performers can make up dialogue, characters, like scenes.
Comedy.
Comedy.
Spontaneous.
On the spot. And a lot of it is audience suggestions. I'm sorry.
That was so gross.
Yeah, I know.
God, we're not giving you any more.
No, I had a whole salad.
Your constant harassment of the female gender makes me sick.
It's not what I thought it was.
What the fuck is that?
I said the title is makes me sick, and I didn't know the beginning part, so I thought I was just gonna be like, "Oh, that makes me sick." It is not.
What the fuck
All right.
is that from?
Adventure Time.
Oh my god.
Constant harassment of the female gender makes me sick.
Oh man, that's funny.
Cool. That had nothing to do with it. Improv. Spontaneous. It's comedy. You laughed at it.
So it's a lot of it is based on like games too. If you guys have seen Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Oh, I love.
If you go to like an
that
improv
show.
show, it's gonna be segments and games.
Yes.
Have you guys been to one?
Yes.
It's so funny.
I've never had my face hurt more
Yeah, dude.
than at a comedy
It's
show.
so funny.
It's you cannot stop laughing and smiling, and then you leave and you're like,
I'm so
your
happy.
mouth is just open, your cheeks hurt.
It's
You're like,
so
oh
funny.
my god.
One of the people
so
from Whose Line, Ryan
Stiles.
Ryan Stiles. He made and owns one of the clubs here.
Upfront theater.
So I
The
actually
upfront
used to,
theater.
I used
That's
to do
the one I went
improv
to.
classes with him there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I did classes. I actually
He's
did-
like,
did a
I'm
show
learning.
there.
I've run it. This is a fun fact. I've run into Ryan Stiles twice out in the world, just like alone, by myself, doing my thing. The first time, I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna treat myself. I'm gonna go see a movie."
I'm
I
going to
was-
see Ryan Stiles.
I had nothing to do with it. I was just in line, seeing a movie by myself. I don't even remember what movie it was, but I was kind of looking around because the line was waiting. I looked behind me, fucking Ryan Stiles right behind me because he turned around and he's like 900 feet tall.
oh, yeah. He's a
Huge
giant.
dude. So I was like, and he was like, how's it going? What movie you seeing? We just had a chat, and I was like, you're Ryan Stiles.
Yeah,
But I didn't say that.
He just diffused the situation.
Yeah, immediately, because there's some kid that's like, in front of him. So, second time, I don't know why, but I went to REI, and I was just looking at stuff. I didn't even plan on buying anything. I was just like, yeah, fucking look at coats or whatever. Go to the sale rack. I put one of the coats on. I'm looking in the mirror. I'm like, I don't know. I hear a voice. Oh, yeah, that looks good. That's the one. And I'm like, you think? And I turn around. Fucking Ryan Stiles again. And I
like-
wanted to be like, hey, do you remember that kid that stared at you and was like, in a movie theater a couple years ago? That was me.
He's like, how's the movie?
How was the movie? Oh, he's like, yeah, that's a good look on you. I'm like, you think so? It's pretty good. So then, again, we had another conversation.
Yeah.
It's just and I've seen him on one of his shows, but you know, he didn't remember me, so
I have two upfront stories. The first one is
I'm not sad about it.
I go to the upfront a decent amount. At least I used to.
They've been gone for a while.
No, they're still
there's, like,
around.
it's not the same as it used to be.
Yeah, it's not the same. When I went there, I was kind of like meh.
And it's a new spot and everything.
Yeah, but in the old spot, I went there and it was just a random show, and Ryan Stiles showed up and did some improv, and it was amazing. But I remember I pulled out my phone and like was gonna like take a picture because it's like, oh my god, this is Ryan Stiles. No one's gonna believe me. And my dad like grabs my arm and looks at me and just shakes his head, and I was just like, I understand. Be in the moment.
Yep.
I should have taken a fucking photo because I'm like, oh yeah, I saw Ryan Stiles, and people are like, oh my god, really? And I'm like, well,
Yeah, I mean,
Well, he lives here.
I mean,
you're
yeah,
not really supposed to take videos at comedy shows too, or pictures.
Well, I mean, it's just it was the opening, like
That's
showing the players, the people that were going to be the improvisers.
So Brett and all those people that were in that, I took classes for like a couple months.
I lied.
So fun.
I actually saw him 3 times. I forgot about that.
Oh,
Yep. Worked at Olson Auto Body, and I guess Ryan's son Sam, who I had met previously in another life, I guess, comes in and they're like, hey, I was working in the office, and they're like, hey, you got to go out and do an estimate for this guy. So I go out and they're like, oh, he's outside waiting, like the blue car up front. And I go out there. I'm like, hi, welcome to Olson. How can I help you? Like, you guys have a work voice? It's not like
What?
that. Is that your work voice?
No, so that's customer service voice.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
My customer service voice is just me.
How can
So,
I help you?
we
Is that
have-
not
A
right.
little higher pitch, maybe not.
It's a little bit higher pitch. It's a little bit, it has more pizzazz and stuff. But in my line of work, we don't have customer service voice. We have engineer voice, which actually we get lower and monotone.
Do it.
Well, if you're just trying to describe a road or an avenue of some sort, then you're kind of talking like,
I couldn't do it.
yeah.
Why does everyone do that? Why do scientists do that? And engineers and shit.
Well.
So anyway, I go out there. And I'm like, hey, how can I help you? And this guy stands up from behind the car, just like comes out of nowhere. And he's like, hello. And I'm like, you're fucking Ryan. Yeah, that's Ryan Stiles. But of course I had to be professional. So I was like,
Ryan! It's Ryan, everybody!
oh my God. And then he was telling me a story about how his kid like got T-boned because he was like probably stoned behind the wheel. And I was just like, I'm sensing some animosity. Obviously, his kid just got into a fucking wreck and totaled his car.
Sam?
Yeah.
Styles?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, Ryan we again had another chat, and
First name
I wanted
basis.
to be like, do you remember that I was that kid in the movie theater that one time that we had a conversation, and then the second time we was in REI, and I turned around, and you were like, nice jacket. I wanted to do that so bad, but I didn't. So I'm waiting for my 4th opportunity when I run into Ryan, and I'm gonna drop all that shit on him.
Nice.
And I hope you're
Listen, man. Listen, I should be your son, okay? I would never get stoned behind the wheel and
Should.
crash your blue Audi or whatever.
Oh, no, it was like a fucking Ford Focus.
Blue Ford Focus.
It was a 2000 blue Ford Focus.
I already know where you live on Lake Samish. Okay, just let me in.
I do though, actually.
Oh, God. Okay. So anyway,
He lives at.
let's talk about what I'm talking about here.
Yeah.
So, so improv basically goes off a yes and rule. So if
Number one
you're
rule.
working in a group and somebody says something like, so basically you don't want to go in with a plan, because if you're going with a plan, you're gonna just like struggle. As a performer, you want to be able to just do a yes and. So if somebody says something, you just work with that and immediately respond to something else, and then like keep working off what everybody else is saying. If you go in with any sort of personal plan, you're gonna like crash and burn, because you're gonna like have the expectation to try to push it this way, but as soon as someone else pushes it another way, you're gonna be like, fuck, how do I like? So you
Yeah,
always want to just go yes and.
You have to be quick on your feet.
Quick on your feet. Don't try to plan anything out. Just roll with the punches. It's
Yeah.
it's so fun. Like we had some kids in our classes that just didn't do that, and it was like always so awkward, because you could tell they were like, they would say what they wanted to say, but it was like, dude, that's just not funny. Because no one wants it to go that way.
SpongeBob with a boner.
Yeah, like they would just say something funny. You're like,
Oh
that's so
my God.
oh God. Anyway, they didn't. They weren't in the final performance.
Ugh.
Fair.
Yeah. Like I was saying, there's a lot of games, party quirks, scenes from a hat. I'll go into some more of those later.
Scenes from a Hat, I think, is my favorite on Who's
Yeah,
Line. Sorry.
that's great.
That's fucking good.
So Whose Line Is It Anyway? Saturday Night Live. A lot of it's scripted, but I mean, a lot of those guys are just like improv trained, so they will throw that kind of stuff in there.
Yeah, like they'll kind of like, okay, this is the point. At least with SNL, they're like, this is the topic that we're gonna go for the sketch. But whatever you guys say is pretty much improv.
It's Exactly. Like a lot of sketches are you can throw improv in, and that's what happens with movies. And then Second City in Chicago, it's basically Tina Fey, Steve Carell, and Bill Murray. Pretty good if you haven't seen that.
I haven't even heard of that.
Yeah, and there's also UCB, the Upright Citizens Brigade, with Amy Poehler, Matt Besser, Ian Roberts, and Matt Walsh. It's pretty good. I'll get back into more of that. Let's talk about some stand-up, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So stand-up comedy is a solo performance, almost always, where a comedian basically just has a very rehearsed repertoire of jokes and stories. A lot of it's stories. They're not often real. They can be anything. A lot of people think that all comedians' things are real. Stories are real, but they're made up, a lot of them. So yeah, you can have a solo performance. It's alone with a microphone. You're sitting down or standing up. They're pre-written and they're refined. They're practiced. Usually a pretty set structure with like a conclusion, kind of like the whole thing is a giant performance and a story.
I do love that.
Yeah.
Usually like their end joke ties everything back together. I love that. That's so clever.
So yeah, because it's pre-planned, there's a structure. So basically you have the setup and the punchline. So example, I have the body of an athlete, and the punchline would be, it's just buried under this one. Yeah. So then you have the rule of three. Basically want to establish a pattern, and then on the third beat, you subvert it. So I used to do drugs. I still do drugs, but I used to too.
Oh yeah, Mitch Hedberg.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
Nice.
God, that's good stuff.
And then there's callbacks. So you're referencing an earlier joke. So a lot of it, like at the end, like conclusions will have callbacks. So you'll tell a joke about a weird neighbor in the beginning, and at the very, very end, you'll like reference that weird neighbor joke, and it's like, funnier because people were like, "Oh yeah." If you tie things in, it's like an art form for sure. And then there's like observational comedy, which is like what Jerry Seinfeld did. What's with airline food? Or why do they call it a restroom? You're not fooling anyone. You don't rest. You just feel pressure to get out.
It's true.
Notable stand-up comedians would be Richard Pryor, George Carlin, Dave Chappelle, Bill Burr, John Mulaney, Ali Wong are more modern ones. And Mitch Hedberg and Stephen Wright are like one-liner specialists.
Ooh. And Rodney Dangerfield on one-liners.
Yeah.
I'm Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah, there's so many good. Yeah.
There's so many good ones. So many good ones. I would highly recommend George Carlin's. I don't remember what the special is, but it's like just his view on everything.
Yeah.
He predicted how the world would turn out, like to a T.
Yeah.
That's
Smart
crazy.
man. I love Jim Jeffries.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's so many guys. Like an old guy I used to like was oh my, I'm blanking. What the fuck was that guy's name?
I don't
Which
know.
one?
What are you talking about?
Is he older?
Oh, Brian Regan.
Brian Regan. Yeah. Oh my God.
Boxing.
It's a cup of dirt. Well, explain it. Well, it's a cup with dirt in it. Just give me enough and move on. He always like does this kid character. So like dirt. Developing characters is just fucking hilarious.
Jim Gaffigan kind of does that too.
Oh yeah, he just has a voice.
Yeah. What's that?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Who's the Nick?
Offerman?
Nick Offer. No, not. Yeah, he's good. But the guy who's always like.
Oh, that plays like the
blonde.
gay guy
Yeah,
at night. The one.
Swartzen?
Yeah.
Yeah, so good. There's so many good comedians. Damn. And I bet these guys would all be good at improv too. But so anyway, before I get into more like, why did my Siri come up?
Hello, how can I help you? No, you can't.
Weird.
I do gotta say before you jump in more that if you like comedy and learning about the history of comedy and hearing about these different specials and things, I cannot recommend enough Why Are You Laughing? It's a podcast that just dives into like he'll talk for an hour about like a whole special. So some of the George Carlin stuff, like he'll just hop into and give you like little snippets and stuff and give like the history behind it, and it's really intriguing.
Okay.
Intriguing. That was a good word. All right, did you find where you're looking?
Yeah,
at?
did I give you enough time?
Oh god. I basically just wanted to like talk about improv a little more because I think it's more in depth and interesting.
I think it's
personally.
harder.
It's harder.
I
I don't know. It's hard. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think it's that much harder because I don't know. I feel like with improv, people have this like intention of this is gonna be good, it's gonna be funny, and I feel like you can, I mean, the people you're talking about, like in that class that you're taking, like, you know, you can just have people are just saying like hacky stuff or something.
Yeah, no one
and just-
laughed. It wasn't funny.
Yeah,
it was like
but you get
it was
more
hard to be good at it.
You
I'll
get
say
more
that.
people to that like are kind of like that when it comes to improv in general. Which I mean, you can still get pretty bad people with stand-up comedy, but you know, at
Yeah,
least the jokes and stuff are like a
people-
little bit more rehearsed in
People
time.
bomb either way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's hard to be. That's what I was saying. I think it's harder to be good improv person because you have to be quick on your toes. Like look at whose line is it anyway? They would have like they pull a audience member out and they're like, what's your name? Rachel, what do you do for a living? You're an analyst? Okay. And then they would write a whole song like on the fly about Rachel the analyst. Like that's insane.
It's like
it's so
freestyling
much
too,
harder
yeah.
to do that.
But they would also be filming for like 5 or 6 hours a day, and you would be able to get like 2 or 3 episodes out of it. Like, so there was a lot of stuff that didn't make the cut when it
Yeah.
came to Whose Line.
yeah.
They only showed you like the highlight reel.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. It's still harder to do like right off the top of the dome.
I think
I
I
think it's
agree. I think it is a little harder too because what you're doing with stand up is like you're it's cohesive and big, whatever. But you can take theoretically as much time as you want to write it all out, get as much feedback as you possibly want to.
Like you have more practice.
And then improv is like you still want the whole show to be that same kind of story, but you know,
But you're
have to
making it
make
out of
happen
nothing.
immediately. I don't know. I think people kind of like think it's quite a lot harder, like just in terms of like type of comedy. That's why it's impressive when people are like on movies are like, did you guys know this was improv? Because it's just like, damn. I don't know. But anyway,
It's hard
so
to do and hard to make it good.
it's just it's hard to be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, yes and is like the whole idea of it. It reinforces the teamwork, gets the whole thing going. Scenes from a Hat's fucking great. So people 2 or 3 whatever will be doing a scene, and the audience will put like just anything on a slip of paper. You can choose a category, but a lot of people just do anything. Just write something in there, put it in a hat, and then as they're going along the scene, someone will just have the hat and they'll pull a piece of paper out. So they'll be like, I don't know. Yeah, so Deborah, I wanted to go to a dentist office today, but I really couldn't because pull a piece of paper out. Kitten has diarrhea, so I just couldn't do it. And so the kitten, right now, rest in pieces.
Rest
Not
in
doing
pieces.
too good.
He shit himself to pieces.
So that's why I can't make it. I'm so sorry. It's not because I don't want to come in.
Yeah, you make.
I don't know. Just completely.
It's just
keep
a
going, keep going,
prompt
keep going.
that you have no idea. You
And,
can't set it up.
Yeah, so like that, and then like another person will choose the hat and pull something else out of it. Just keep going, keep going. Party quirks. This one's good. So basically, you have to act that entire scene, but each like maybe 5 people are each given an identity, and it's like a party scene, and then you have to each like stick to that identity. It's just really funny to see what they do. Freeze is like my favorite one, I think. So 2 performers, I think, are like acting out a scene, and then at any given time, one of the other standby performers, like 3 on each side, can run up and tag one of the people and say, freeze. And then they run up, tag the person, take their exact same form, and then do a completely new scene. That one's fun.
Yeah, that one's a lot of
I
fun.
love that one. World's Worst. Oh, yeah. So basically, each person takes turns giving the world's worst impression of a doctor, librarian, teacher, whatever it might be. Like the worst, like doctor imaginable. And they just do a whole scene basically like that.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Dr. Nick.
Hi, everybody.
There's that would kind of bleed over. Like Jim Carrey's humor was kind of that. Like he did World's Worst like pet detective, World's Worst like Pilates instructor. I forgot what that character was. Or World's Worst fireman.
Oh,
Fireman Bill.
Fireman.
Yeah,
Fire Marshal Bill.
Fire Marshal. Fire Marshal Bill. So his
Worst cable man.
his
Worst cable. Yeah.
his comedy was kind of like the World's Worst. Yeah. Anyway, so I think maybe we should do a little improv. What do you guys think, real quick?
Oh God. That hurts good.
I'm down with that. There was one game that I wanted to also talk about, which is more specific. So someone would be talking about something, and then one of the people on the side the crowd would yell out more specific. And so if they're like talking like, oh, I had a bad day, more specific. Well, my grandma fell down the stairs. More specific. My grandma, she fell down the stairs at a 30-mile-per-hour zone because she crashed her car into our front and fell down the stairs that way.
Yeah.
More specific, you're like, fuck you.
Yeah, but when I was a kid, I went to improv and tried to say that, but I'm as you guys know, I'm really bad at saying words. So I was like, I would try to yell out at the perfect time, like, more specific.
Yep.
And then everyone laughed at me, and then I was like, oh, I'm part of the
You
comedy.
were the joke.
then you burned down the building.
I did. That's why they're at the new one.
Yep, there you go.
Okay, so for this one, we're all going to be experts on a panel. We need to choose a topic. Let's say, I don't know. What do you think?
Well, why don't we ask like Gemini or something?
Yeah, let's do a
like
randomized.
Yeah.
Let's do a randomized.
Ask
thing
for
here.
a topic for an expert.
Keep talking. I need to get to it.
And then what's going to happen is an audience member, which will be Gemini as well. This is called three-headed expert, by the way. Yeah. An audience
Three-headed
member
expert.
will basically ask a question about the topic, and then we're each going to take turns, one word at a time.
Oh, I love this one.
So it'll be me, Josh, Coley, over and over until we answer the question. However chaotic or maybe great the answer is.
I was thinking about this one. I forgot the name of it. Three-headed monster. I think it's also called. But
Or yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so it gave us basically the panel topic. So the topic of the panel is the future of urban green spaces.
Okay, so maybe we're like
Balancing accessibility, sustainability, and innovation.
maybe we're like environmental planning specialists,
Okay.
sustainable stuff. Okay, so
Okay,
ask it real quick a question. Say like devise a question within that field or something.
Ask a question.
This is very
to
interesting.
the
This is
panel.
riveting information for a podcast. We're doing it live, baby. Live.
Oh God, this is considering the increasing density of urban populations. How can cities effectively prioritize and implement green space development in a way that truly serves diverse communities, ensuring equitable access and fostering a sense of shared ownership?
My God.
While also
my
maintaining
God.
long-term ecological sustainability.
All right, we'll just say, how can we make the city better, more green?
Yeah, let's do that.
How about let's assume we're like experts, but like we're proposing like something stupid, fucking like we're gonna have trains that bring coal, and
Hey.
someone's like,
Off a dome.
Yep, let's go.
all right, well,
I
Read
somewhere
in
a
book
that
you
cannot
drink
coolant
out
of,
cups.
anymore.
but
Maybe
If
we
tried
harder,
to
drink
coolant,
out,
of
water fountains
then
we
would
have
a
greener
city
to
leave
our
children's
children
children
and
their
dogs
as
patrons
would
describe
this
pleasant
evening.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
all right, you guys are right. Improv is hard.
There you go.
We had it somewhere and then it kind of went away, but that was good. That was good.
Yeah, I was trying to think back on what we said. I was like, what are we talking
See,
about?
that's the whole thing is like you got to just like kind of forget and move. Yeah.
Kind of just have to go. But it's hard because you sort of have to remember so you can stay on the same topic, but also make it. Yeah. There you
Totally,
go.
yeah. You got to like make a mental note of like what it is and then like bring it around to it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which the sustainable cities is a little tough, but
That was tough.
That was the weirdest prompt.
I mean that is a panel.
Sure.
I do gotta say it is nice that you brought that up because I'm a person that will think of a random thing or have a situation happen to me and I'll actually write it down, and so I have this whole thing of my stand-up bits.
Do one.
Do one? Okay.
'Cause I was in it. You do one. That'd be better.
Okay. This one's called Straight Man. People always say,
good.
Josh, you're a good straight man, and that every comedy needs a straight man. And I never know what to say. It's always like, well, thank you. I don't know what my sexuality has to do with it, but I try my best.
I live with him.
Here's another one. Manly man, no gag reflex.
What?
I have a friend who's extremely masculine, loves cars, working out, talking about smashing puss. You know, your typical dickhead. Love the guy. One funny thing about him is that his gag reflex is unmatched. The guy can barely get a straw into his mouth without almost throwing up. It's almost a blessing he's straight because he could not get any dick into his throat, let alone his mouth. But even if he was gay, he'd probably still not suck dick. Why would I suck dick? They go in assholes.
Oh my God.
God.
Jesus. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You said the car thing, and I was like, is this about me? Maybe? Because I do have a crazy gag reflex. It's really bad. If I think about brushing my teeth, I want to gag right now. Oh my God. Oh. Oh.
Yeah, I got more, but I don't need to.
Ugh.
I don't need to bore you.
Ugh. I don't want to. Oh. Hey.
What?
We're not doing the three-headed thing again, but speaking of monsters, have you guys actually seen what our band looks like? Have you checked on them lately?
Yeah, if you guys are on Spotify, go to the video mode right now just for this part.
Yeah, just we're gonna show you what the band really looks like.
And this is why we never feed them, or we try not to feed them. Hit it.
They're all right, guys. I'm gonna close my eyes. They're scary. All right, guys, do it.
What's up with the fucking girl at the end?
What? She's the one that sings
girl,
that.
boy. It's just terrifying.
She sings that dunk.
Dong.
Yeah, it's like they don't have any instruments, so they just use their mouth.
Freaky.
They're just beatboxing.
Yeah,
They're just beatboxing.
Looks like they're just like trying to evoke the fucking Satan through their mouths.
the main singer is just like trying to eat the microphone. The black guy just turns into a drum set.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
Yeah,
They scare me. They're like the spawn of Satan or some shit.
Oh, something.
All right.
Oh, something like that.
Welcome to. I'll be honest. I completely forgot the name of this. What did I say it was? Question Quandary. Cully's Question Quandary. Welcome to the first sort of legitimate episode of Cully's Question Quandary.
yay! Woo.
I will explain what's going on, and then we will go from there. So not to take too long. This episode, this game, we're going to talk about words, and it's all going to be like word related.
Okay.
So the English language, you could say.
Mm.
So I got a few things. There's going to be kind of questions, but they're also going to be a chance for us to all learn together.
Ah, learning.
So here's my first question. What is the only word in the English language that uses all of the vowels in order? A-E-I-O-U.
Oh, I used to know this.
What is the only word that
The
uses?
only word in the English language that uses all of the vowels in order. A-E-I-O-U.
I mean, it's very clearly just the alphabet in one word.
Yes. That is the word. No, it's I'll give you a little hint here. It's
Okay.
common. This word is commonly mistaken for another word, meaning snarky. Let's say, like, I don't want to do that. Fuck you. Wow, why didn't you get a job?
Hold on.
Jesus.
Hold on. Okay.
Does that kind of do it for you?
No. I'm thinking of words, and I'm like, I get it close, and then they're not it.
This is people who are sassy always say like, aha, I'm this word.
Well adjusted.
Mental.
I'm sassy.
Yeah, sassy.
Sassy person says that they're this.
And they say this word, but they truly mean the original word that we're looking for. It's like the most common word
Oh god, that's
that people get wrong.
Feels like something.
It's what we do all the time. It's
Yeah.
our comedy.
Bomb.
But bomb hard. Yep.
Blockbuster.
I want to give you
One
another hint,
more small
but-
hint would be good. This
One
is
more
hard.
small hint.
Yeah.
One big hint.
Starts with an S. The word that this is confused with starts with an S.
So not the word we're looking for, but the word that we're also looking for.
Yes.
The word does not start with an S that we want.
The word that we're looking for starts with an F.
Oh, an F. An F?
Starts
F.
with an F.
Starts with an F. As in Frank.
Yeah, that's what F is.
Or fart buckle. Or frogs.
Okay, hold on. Stop talking for a second.
Rest in peace, Fairbuckle.
Rest in peace. He'll come back.
He always does.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I know the word. It's
I know you know this. I know you know this.
facetious.
Yes.
Oh,
Correct. Facetious.
I was like facetious. I was like that's not it, but
Let's
it's
go.
close.
That was hard.
Queen Facetious. Queen Latifah. Okay, now I said it. Fuck. Facetious.
Let's
spelled
go.
Facetious. AEIOU. Facetious.
I gotta say that it is very, very nice to see that Cully, you liked our reel that we posted today during the episode.
I saw that. Thank you.
Stop. I pay attention.
He's a man of many talents.
I am.
He's like stand-up comedy, like.
Well, we're like on the show, and I just accidentally clicked Instagram, and it comes up with us, and I was like, "Ha!" Like, if you, I'm not going to tell you what the reel is, but you guys should go to our Instagram and check out our reels, and you'll probably like the same video because it's.
The only one.
It made me almost chuckle out loud,
Yeah.
which is saying something.
Yeah, he was busy.
Because I don't chuckle.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to be like, oh, right, back to the thing, which I don't know, I should have done anyway.
What are
'cause
you laughing
I
at,
don't
Cully?
know.
Oh, funny that you asked, Keenan. I am laughing at the reel that we have posted.
I'm laughing at us, but not right now. It's hard to explain.
Not bright now, but braider.
All right, guys, to be truly fluent in English, you got to know your shits. Would you say yes or no?
Yeah, you have to know all the
Gotta know
shits.
your
You guys smell them.
Okay. I'm getting comfortable. So I have some words that have shit in them, and I'm going to give you the definition or a definition of the word, and you have to guess which shit it is. For example, we have very poor quality. You would say dog shit.
Oh, okay.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Not true.
Horseshit.
Horse bull.
It's bullshit.
Horseshit. That's horseshit.
No.
No, that's something else.
Nonsense.
That's horseshit.
That's horseshit.
That's horseshit.
Bullshit.
Rambunctious.
Little shit.
These are they're almost all one word, but they're kind of used as like one word. To go crazy, I'll say that.
Lose your shit.
That's too many words.
Jack shit.
Nope, we'll get
No.
there.
To go crazy.
Yep.
Bat shit.
Bad shit. No?
That I could take
It-
that one. Yeah, that is insane.
Yeah. But
That
it's not-
shit is insane.
Go
What were you looking
crazy.
for?
Well,
But to go wild,
to go wild.
yeah, go wild. That would be a good guess. That's good. You guys should get that one. It's an animal.
Oh my god.
Yep.
What?
Most of these are
To go wild.
a lot of these are animals actually.
Yeah, there's lots of animals.
Squirrel shit.
To go wild,
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm blinking.
ape shit.
Ape shit.
I haven't heard that one in a long time. It's a good one.
That
Yep.
yeah, I would that describe it.
Ape shit.
Everything went ape shit. Cowards. I don't know if you guys would get this one.
Cowards.
We, as a people, used to say this a lot, but I haven't heard this in kind of today times. I haven't heard it for a long time.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get this one.
Chicken shit.
Oh, chicken shit.
chicken
Yeah.
shit.
We could have got
coward.
that. These are all animals.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're mostly all animals.
I mean, because
Yeah.
that's what shit's. It's animals.
Mm-hmm.
so
Plant shit.
obviously,
No shit.
yep,
Mm.
mind-blowing or unbelievable.
Holy shit.
Yes.
Yes. The holy shit.
Ooh, that's very good.
Good.
Yeah, it's not good shit.
Oh, what do you think you're... That was a good thing.
What do you think you're the shit?
Nope.
What do you think you're
Look at that guy. All high and mighty. He thinks he's such hot shit.
hot shit?
Yep. Hot shit.
Is it hot shit?
It's hot shit.
Hot shit. Hot shit. Is it hot shit?
Hot shit. Hot shit.
What do you call a total dumbass?
Dumb shit.
Dumb. Well.
I'll give points for that, even though there's no
Dumb
points in
shit.
this game. I'll give points for that, but that's not exactly what I'm looking for.
Dumbass.
I mean,
I use this word a lot, actually.
car.
Dipshit.
Dip.
Ah.
Dipshit. Car.
Car
Shit. He said that he uses the word a lot. He
Yeah.
says car a lot.
Car.
So car and a car
bike
and the
shit.
car, the other car. I was car and I do say car a lot. I mean, I didn't get you anything, man. I got you nothing.
Jack shit.
Jack shit.
I was there.
You know what?
What?
You can take it or leave it. I don't want that. Well, this word. Take it or leave it.
Well, shit stain.
Shit stain. No.
Oh no.
Well,
Too bad. It would be used for too bad. I wonder how many people right now listening are like,
this is hard. This is hard.
They're screaming.
yeah.
I don't know my
There's
shits.
so much overlap on the shits. Hold on. What? Use it in a sentence again.
Well, the sentence that you used.
Yeah, but say the sentence.
Fuck, I don't even remember what the sentence I did.
Well, shit.
Too bad. Well, too bad. Take it or leave it.
Oh man. I don't know.
You give up?
Yeah.
Tough shit.
Tough shit.
He doesn't know what it is.
They make a lot of sense once you hear it. It's just hard.
Yeah.
Hard to do.
What would you call perfection? What is perfection? What is a shit perfection?
What?
Top shit.
Top shit.
It's like Top Chef.
You are the top shit.
Perfection.
I mean, good shit.
No, dude, something that's great is
The shit.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Perfection.
The
Dude,
shit.
that's the shit.
Oh man, he was there.
What?
Remember he said the shit before, and you're like, no, later.
Ah.
He was there.
I did, and I
I
didn't forget
arrived.
about that until just
I've arrived. That's a callback.
now. That is a callback.
Stand up. Stand up.
Okay.
In English, a double negative forms a positive. In some languages, though, such as Russian, a double negative is still a negative. However, there is no language where a double positive can form a negative, except for this.
A double positive.
A double positive meaning a negative.
Are we talking about shit still?
No, we're
Oh.
past shit.
I was like,
Okay,
that shit's
yeah.
over.
oh, Southern Kentucky shit.
No, that's old shit.
Okay. There's a language where a double negative or a double positive can form a negative.
I'm looking specifically for what the double positive forming a negative can be.
In English.
This is a bit of a
it's
a
an
tough
English
one.
thing.
In this instance, yes.
Okay, because obviously I don't know other languages.
Yes.
Double positive forms a negative.
Oh god, it's gonna be one of these things that's like
It's it's like a phrase.
Yes, it can be. And it's two words that make up obviously double positives, positive, positive, and it makes a negative statement in a certain tone. This is all depending on tone.
Jason Statham.
No. This is a bit of a facetious answer, or some would say incorrectly. This is a sarcastic answer that you would give someone in the form of a double positive forming a negative.
This is hard.
This is hard. This is what I want you guys to think.
We be thinking. You know, what if we would think together? Like what positive things like do you say to make something?
Well, I was
bad?
thinking like always say always means the same thing as never say never, but never say never. But that's not like a
Incorrect.
Yeah, no, I didn't think that was right.
Shut the fuck up. You're wrong.
Oh God. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna keep making noises.
Ooh.
What if we think together?
Yeah. That's I don't
That's just
I
my
don't think
thinking
I
voice.
like you guys thinking together.
Oh, we're thinking so hard. Got the brain juices going.
This is something
No.
this is a phrase like the
I don't.
shitty kid in the back of the classroom would say.
God, okay, that makes me want to.
Or if you're out on the
My
schoolyard
dad
and you're
hates
like
me.
oh, my dad is the crocodile hunter. Some kid would say these words in a tone which would be positive, meaning a negative.
That makes me feel like I.
It's
feel like
it's
I've heard
very
this.
simple.
I
It
know
is
I've heard
hard.
this.
It's a hard question. This is a hard question, but the answer is very simple.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think too
Hard.
abstractly, I guess,
Mm.
or hard. Yeah, don't think. Turn it off.
Good shit. No.
Good shit. Tough shit. If you guys don't get this one, tough shit. You're dipshits.
You know, I think I'm ready to throw in the towel. I just
Yep.
want to know it at this
You ready?
point. Keenan?
Oh God, I feel like that really gave me like a whole narrowed down.
Here it is.
But I still can't.
I'll
get
give you. It is the answer to this statement. However, there is no language wherein a double positive can form a negative. The answer to that is, yeah, right.
it. Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
God.
Yeah, see, I was like, don't think too hard about it. But that one
It's-
did get me.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's positive. Yeah. Right. Yeah, that's positive, right? Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. My dad's way stronger than your dad.
My dog will put up your dad.
Yeah, well, my dad beat up 2 crocodiles.
My dad's in an urn.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. He is. He's in. Your dad's in an urn. Oh my god, I feel bad for saying yeah right now.
Yeah, right.
Dude, are you okay? Like,
I found my favorite crayon in the box today.
I mean, I can make like lasagna for your family if you guys aren't cooking or anything. Like, I know it's a tough time, but you can always call
Yeah,
me. I know
Dad always
I'm
made
your
that
bully, and
lasagna.
My mom works at Little Caesars.
I got to give you a wedgie still, but like,
We're on food stamps.
What is this bit? It's weird. Stop.
he just said his dad was in an urn,
Yeah, I
dude.
know, it's a weird
Give
bit.
him some
You guys are
respect.
weird.
I was trying to just let it throw away.
Yeah, then Cully kept going. It was weird.
Fun fact.
Oh, I'm so sorry that I
Fun fact.
That was improv. The word cue,
First base.
to be in a line or a queue.
Mm-hmm.
Q-U-E.
Yes.
Q-U-E.
Okay.
Wee.
Q. All letters except one are pointless.
Yeah, it's the Q.
Yeah. Why that? What the fuck does that? It's stupid. Why is English this way?
Well, it's because the Arab word for foot.
I thought that was
What?
okay.
Because a Q looks like a foot.
Q.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Arab.
Arab.
Guys, what are you talking
Oh
about?
my god.
It's callback.
Oh my god. You're like, we're all comedians now. No, we're not. No.
Hold on, I have another stand-up bit.
Oh god.
Okay. Do you guys know what this is? This is the last thing, and this is the learning part. Do you know what a contronym is?
Contronym?
Contronym: single words that have two contradictory meanings,
Now it is.
i.e., they are their own opposites,
Hmm.
are known as contronyms. They are quite rare, and here's 10.
What are all 10?
What are these 10?
Milk.
Well, can you think of any words that?
If you say the same thing twice, it can mean two different things.
No, it's the same word. One
Yeah,
word.
the same word is
means
contradictory,
like positive or yes,
depending on how
exactly,
you use it.
exactly.
Oh,
Horse and horse. No, that's different words.
They're different words, but they're not contradictory. They are not a. Therefore, they are not a contronym.
I mean, shit. Shit's one for sure.
It's gotta be one. It's gotta be like number 7.
Probably fuck.
The most
Ass.
It's no. You guys have no idea what a contronym
Well,
is.
ass is great sometimes, or
Dust.
Like, that's ass.
Dust is a contronym. Dust is to add fine particles to dust a cake, or to remove them. You dusted the piano. Therefore, it's a contronym.
Oh, dusted, because you.
Dust or to dust.
Yeah, that one's a little iffy because I feel like
dust a cake.
That's
Oh yeah, sprinkle.
I never heard anybody call it.
yeah, like
dusting.
dust a cake with confectioner
I
sugar.
also don't know how to dust a cake. I've never done that.
Well, that's
You gotta work on that.
I don't make cake.
Or there is a dust of
I'll make cake, I
sediment
just eat
on
it.
something. An apology is another one. It's a statement or contrition for an action or a defensive one, which is interesting.
So the word apology.
The word apology is a statement of contrition for an action or a defensive one.
Huh.
Yeah.
What? So you're saying like, I apologize or
Or apologize.
apologize.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Like that South Park. Apologize.
So it's basically if you're declaring it onto someone else or using it yourself.
Yeah.
Same with the cake. If you're dusting something or removing dust.
Yeah.
Or you're dusting.
Okay. Well, that could be like. I mean, yeah, shit.
Yeah. Left is another one. Simple word. You left your bottle on the table, or oh, you missed him. He just left. One is to leave, and the other is to go. Therefore, contradictory.
Leave and leaving.
Yep. Weather.
That's the
Spelled
one I was thinking of.
Weather. So to weather is to withstand, or after years of rain beating down on it, the dock was weathered to wear away. So it can either withstand or it can wear away. Yeah. I'm going to stop there because you guys are done learning. There's just more.
I'm learning. I cannot think of a word.
Cleave. This one was weird. I didn't know about this one. Cleave can be to adhere or to separate.
I've never heard it in the adhere.
Neither have I. That's why it was interesting. I did look it up, and it's a thing.
Is it like woodworking or is it just a general like?
It's just a general to adhere.
Huh.
Yep. Fast. Quick. Or stuck. As in, hold fast.
Or don't eat.
Or don't eat. Yeah, see, that's what I thought it was originally, but no.
To not eat or quick.
Quick, fast, eat fast. Wait.
Quick, fast. Wait, so do I not have anything or
Fast, eat
do I-
fast.
Okay, and I want to end this out with an anonymous poem that I think is really clever. And this, I read this and I was like, this is kind of the reason I want to talk about all this stuff, because it's language is fucked and English is terrible. So this is called Why English is So Hard. We'll begin with a box, and the plural is boxes. But the plural of ox becomes oxen, not oxes. One fowl is a goose, but two are called geese. Yet the plural of moose should never be meese. You may find a lone mouse or a nest full of mice. Yet the plural of house is houses, not heis. I like that one. I think it should be heis.
Hey, you want to
Look at all these heis. Plural of man is always called men. So why shouldn't the plural of pan be called pen? If I speak of my foot and show you my feet, and I give you a boot, would a pair be called beat? If one is a tooth and a whole set are teeth, why shouldn't the plural of booth be beef? We have many beef for you to pick from.
Would you like some beef with your broth?
Beef. Then one may be that, and 3 would be those. Yet hat in the plural would never be hose. Check out a nice hose you got there, man. Thanks, dude. I got this one in Australia. Because he's talking about hats.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Thanks.
The plural of cat is cats, not coes. We speak of a brother and also say brethren. But though we say mother, we'll never say methrin. Which I think is kind of funny. Then the masculine pronouns are he, his, and him. But imagine if the feminine were she, shiz, and shim.
Methrin, I'd like to fuck.
What?
I just think shit.
I just thought of MILFs, so Methrin, I'd like to fuck.
Methrin.
Oh.
Methrin.
Yeah, there was like a guy that did actually a stand-up bit on that.
Brian Regan.
Nope. Gallagher.
Yeah.
But Brian Regan
Brian Regan
also...
He does like
There's
Yeah, because the teachers... Yeah,
box in the
boxing.
oxen. Yeah.
the
yeah,
mace in the woods, in it.
yeah.
You're an imbecile. Yeah, but there's a guy that actually like a stand-up bit with like the cards and
Yep.
shit.
That's the Gallagher thing.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
like,
There's a lot of those different ones. Like George Carlin did those kind of things. It's just like observational comedy.
box in the mace in the woods, is it? The box, the geese in the woods, in the weeds,
Like something is a tomb, but you don't use a comb
moosin'.
to fix your hair. You use a comb.
Is that
Yeah.
Play like 15 seconds of something. Is that right?
It'd be better if you had it...
Yeah, we had
set
it
up.
beforehand, but we're already long enough. This is hour 46, so we're into this so
that's
far.
true.
So, yeah, I don't know. I know it was a little shaky, but that was my first question quandary.
Question quandary.
I liked it. Learned a lot.
I want you guys to learn
what?
rather
Good job.
than just me being like, you're wrong or you're stupid, you didn't get it, and then one person wins. I want there to be a little bit of learning in this. I want to teach you guys something. So I hope that you learned something from that, and I hope that you guys learned something from our topics that we had earlier. But with that, I'm done.
He's done. Good job. Everyone
done
give him
with
a
that.
round of applause.
Thank you. I'll refine it. Don't worry. I'll
Or
yeah,
snaps.
jazz hands. I'll refine it. I'll get some tweaks out. That'll be different topics every single time, and I don't know. We'll just have fun with it.
What if instead of everyone snapped or clapped, we just went,
I think that's what monkeys do.
do it, try it. I like that.
I can do a really good monkey noise. I can do a really loud one, but I'm not going to do it.
Do it.
Nope.
Do it.
No, it
Do it.
would ping the fuck out of the audio.
Thank you for listening to this episode of What's the Diff? Next week, you'll be discussing physical book versus ebook. Thank you, listener Mackenzie. Van Halen versus Rush.
I couldn't do that.
Rotating drum set. Oh, that was
That was Motley Crue.
yeah. Never mind. Sorry.
I saw... I can't remember what I
12-piece
saw,
drum set.
but they did that.
That was yeah, Motley Crue movie. Dirt.
Joe Dirt. Speaking of,
Not a Motley Crue.
stalagmites versus stalactites.
Cave stuff.
Have an opinion on something we've already discussed? Want to hear one of your topics debated? You can connect with us at what'sthediff.net. Leave us a text or a voicemail at 802-884-3553.
Bitch.
Or send a voice clip to us at hellowhat'sthediff@gmail.com. And join our Patreon and support us today.
Yeah. Give us money.
Money, please. We should have a money, please soundbite.
Money, please.
From
I'll get
Parks
on
and
it.
Rec.
I'll get on it.
Money, please.
Yeah, and give us
Maybe not, maybe
money. You can send us comments, texts, give us feedback on our podcasts and our topics and shit. What you want to hear. Please talk to us.
Yeah. And if like and subscribe if you're on YouTube, give us 5 stars on whatever podcast service you're listening to us right now.
Yeah.
It helps us with the algorithm.
I'll give a rhythm. You know what? You could hit the bell if you wanted to, but you don't have to. I'm not going to pressure you into
Shut
that
up.
one.
Yeah,
People-
they do. Hit the bell.
No, people get enough notifications on shit, and they're like, oh, what the fuck is this? So
I'm going to be neutral. You can either hit the bell or
that's
not.
what I'm
hit it.
saying. You can hit you don't have to. I'm not telling you to. You
Oh,
could.
he's being neutral. Don't hit the bell. Whatever you do. You don't need more
yeah.
notifications in your life.
Okay. You can do whatever you want. Yeah.
All right. Well,
I know what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to go. So.
hit the bell.